Let's save you some green, okay? If you're looking for awesome, lowest price, high rated, first party, and other awesome top tier titles Switch deals, you're in the right spot. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce, and we are gonna roll right into it. Some phenomenal sales to help you play some of the best games on Switch for less. That's what we do in these videos, and that's why I need you to tell me if you enjoy Switch sales and getting Switch games on good deals. Make sure to hit that like button if you do, and then let me know in the comments down below which ones you're picking up and which ones you recommend to our friends who are hunting for their next favorite Switch game. At some point, I'm sure you've heard people talking about Hollow Knight's Silk Song and where the heck is that game and when's it coming to Switch? Well, the original is on a super sale. Hollow Knight the First is $750, 50% off, matching the lowest price it's ever been. This is a phenomenal game if you like 2D puzzlers, 2D combats, 2D Metroidvanias. It's Zelda Metroid mixed up with a phenomenally moody bug world. It's basically brilliant, and there's a reason why players are so pumped for that sequel. I'm still sitting here, fingers crossed that it shows up soon, but for now, phenomenal must-have pickup, and it's a game that you need to experience on your Switch. I also think you need to experience The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening if you're a fan of Zelda, or if you're just a fan of Nintendo utilizing really creative, cute art styles. This is a mix between like action figure, claymation, and puppetry, and it's also a really fun classic Zelda game. Link's Awakening never got enough love because it was a Game Boy Zelda, but now it's done up on the Switch for $40, which makes it 33% off. You can grab it digitally or physically at GameStop and Target, and I think Walmart as well. And this isn't gonna be like anyone's favorite Zelda on Switch because that'll be Breath of the Wild, but I think this could be your second favorite Zelda, and that's still pretty good, right? Like Zelda's a phenomenal franchise, so coming in at number 2 for Switch Zeldas, hey, that's still a win in my book. Also in my book is Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin, and this game didn't come out that long ago. It was a stellar release in the summer for RPG fans in 2021, and it's down 33% to $39.99 on the eShop. That's saving a 20 piece off of a highly regarded Monster Hunter game that definitely veers more towards RPG turn-based than it does tactical monster takedowns, but I know a lot of people love this one, and some even preferred it over Monster Hunter Rise, so it's definitely a solid pickup, and I like the price point. I also love me some ape action, Donkey Kong Country, when you coming back. Well, you can get Tropical Freeze, which came back from the Wii U era to the Switch, and it's $40, 33% off at GameStop, Target, and Walmart. Again, like Link's Awakening, you can grab this physically or digitally, and it is a downright great time. One of the best platformers Nintendo has ever put out there, like ever. The minecart levels in this game are incredible. And the ones where you're riding on the little like floating, flying barrel thing, also so darn intense. The boss fights might be a bit of a letdown, and I wish the Kremlin crew would come back, but I do love this game. And those artsy levels where it goes all shadow style, my goodness, your eyes have never seen anything prettier. Speaking of pretty, Hoa is a game that's gorgeous. Now, it did not review all of that great, but at $10.49, it's down 30% off to its lowest price, and that feels like a fine flyer. Spending $10 on a game that platforms okay, but just looks really pretty might be a fun weekend. Hoa is modeled after kind of like the Miyazaki style animation, and it's really beautiful. I wish there was more game to back it up, but again, that's why we wait for Switch sales like this one. The same could be said for Cozy Grove, 30% off down to the same $10.49 price. Now, this is a game that borrows heavily from Animal Crossing, but I will say, like, it has a style all its own. It's got a lot of charm, and more than many other games that try to riff on Animal Crossing, which focus so supremely on farming and menus and harvesting and resources, Cozy Grove is more about characters and theme and place and just sense of exploration kind of, but more exploration of like the world itself and less like moving around. You want to uncover what's going on at Cozy Grove because this is where the ghosts go to play. They've since released additional content, and while I don't think this will win Game of the Year for anyone, I think it is a cozy time, and if you're an AC fan, this might be a way to rejuvenate your spirits since they won't put out any new content for New Horizons. Now, if you're looking for a bunch of new content for The Outer Worlds, the board-approved bundle is a pretty great deal. For $40, it's the lowest price it's been, and that is half off the normal $80 price tag. And this bundle includes The Outer Worlds, which they have updated on Switch to run pretty well, and all the DLC. So you're getting the expansion pack and you're getting the game, and that's pretty nice. A whole bunch of content, and one of those games that you don't really see on Switch all that much, but when they're there, you're like, wow, it's so cool to play a big story-based open world game on the Switch, and The Outer Worlds fits that bill nearly perfectly. Now, we talked last time about XCOM 2 Collection being $5 on Amazon, and I said that's a phenomenal steal. Well, now they've matched that deal on the eShop. It's $5, 90% off. This is awesome. All 2K stuff and their collections from Borderlands to BioShock seems to be on sale right now, but this $5 pack for XCOM 2, just awesome. Great game, great strategy, and a whole lot of content, plus like some board game vibes of having to survive and not wanting the world to be overtaken by the evil alien Scourge. Another bundly collection type product is Immortals Fenyx Rising Gold Edition. Now this is the entire package of Immortals Fenyx Rising, including their expansion pass, which features new characters and new styles of gameplay, so it's a well worth it type DLC. $25 is the price we're seeing. That's 75% off the normally $100 price point. The gold edition is a great deal. Immortal Fenyx Rising is $15 if you just want the base game, and I'd say, hey, that's a fine game to get if you're excited for Breath of the Wild 2 and you want to play something that has a lot of content and again is impressive on Switch and also has a lot of charm. I mean, it's just a great game. But if you do want everything and you're confident you like this style of title, then I think $25 for the gold edition is a great pickup. Now, Ubisoft has a bunch of their other games on sale, which you're seeing now. Immortals was my favorite of the bunch, but if you are into South Park or Just Dance or Assassin's Creed or Scott Pilgrim or Monopoly, you have a lot of options here. We talked about awesome platformers back with Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, but if $40 feels like a lot of money, then why not try Ukulele and the Impossible Lair for $7.49? That puts it at 75% off, lowest price it's been, and this game is absolutely modeled after Tropical Freeze. But it has two very interesting mechanics of its own, one being that you can play the final level from the start, but it's gonna be like impossible. That's the impossible part of the title. You have to acquire more and more lives and different resources so that you can work your way through this very difficult maze of madness. They also allow you to modify the overworld, which then affects the levels themselves, so you're replaying certain levels with totally different paths because like water will flood one or all of a sudden it'll get frozen over, and that is a really fun twist to see the levels change before your eyes. Moving right along, we got the Mega Man X Legacy Collection. I love me some OG Mega Man. Mega Man X is one of the best, and for $10, you can get a whole bunch of Mega Man on your Switch. It's 50% off from the normal $20 asking price, and I don't think you can go wrong with any of the Mega Man collections, because Capcom is currently having a big sale that is running out soon. So if you do want to grab Mega Man, you want to grab the aforementioned Monster Hunter Stories 2, or you want to grab any of the Resident Evil games or Devil May Cry's or Okamis on Nintendo Switch, now is the time to do it. I'll highlight again, all the different Resident Evils are about $15. Resident Evil Revelations 2 is only $8 though. You might want to go there. Multiplayer Resident Evil, that could be a precursor to what we see for the Switch Resident Evil in the future. And then you do have a whole bunch of legacy titles from the Capcom Arcade Collection on sale. And then of course you got Okami for $10, Dragon's Dogma for $15, and the Monster Hunter Rise Deluxe Edition for $52.50, but we've seen the main game go on sale for far cheaper, so I'd actually hold off on that. It's been down to like $20-30 before, and that is absolutely a must-buy deal when it gets to that level. All right, that'll do it for today's list. Some fantastic games across many fan-favorite franchises, and if I had to pick one or two, man, I really love Hollow Knight at $7.50. That's why we started the show off with that game. It's a great one. It'll get you ready for Silksong. And if you're unsure why people are so up in arms about where the heck that title is, well, now you can find out for yourself. It's just a phenomenal game in terms of art, in terms of mood, in terms of gameplay, in terms of exploration. It's fantastic. Shout out to Donkey Kong and Zelda for being $40. XCOM 2 for $5 also feels nice. And one more I think you'll really like is Cozy Grove. If you are a fan of Animal Crossing, that is, I think this is like the next best one in that style, just because it has a vibe all its own. And you can tell the developers really care. They're not just mashing out mechanics and systems that they think players will like, ooh, farming, ooh, village. Like Cozy Grove, it's cozy. So there you have it, a bunch of great Switch sales. Make sure to let me know in the comments down below which of these you are gonna pick up, or if you found any other fantastic deals, definitely fill the people in. I love sharing all this gaming goodness with you and each other. So make sure to stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. And until next time, my wonderful people, love you a lot. SwitchForce out.